Did everybody hear about the new discovery by NASA? They've just found a new system of planets so distant they're calling it Dad. It's great to be here because approximately 3.5 years ago I was in a car accident and acquired a brain injury. I spent a long time in the hospital and rehab, and now I've kept up a few habits from rehab, like keeping a stool diary. Like this one from the other year. After a sketchy night back and forth from the bathroom, I was definitely dropping a type 7 on the Bristol stool chart. Now, did you know this is a thing? The Bristol stool chart is actually how they grade shit. I mean, typical Brits, they used to say the sun never sets on the British Empire, but seeing as the empire ended in 97, when the Brits gave back Hong Kong, they had to take control of naming what comes from where the sun doesn't shine. My life is like that movie Memento now. Anything important has to be tattooed or I'll forget. That's why all my favourite bands are tattooed on my right arm, from Pink Floyd through Disturbed, In This Moment, and Lindsey Sterling, who is a violinist. There's a full gambit of music here. If you go from top to bottom, it's a great playlist. And on this arm, I have the planets and stars, just so I can be closer to Dad. My dad actually passed a little over a year ago, but it's okay. He came to me in a dream afterwards and told me I was the favourite. Trust, this has upset my sister, but at least now we can put it to rest. Is anyone else glad that it's 2026 and not like 1950? I mean, cigarettes are a healthy $250 a pack, plus they've finally categorised the 70 other genders. Like my favourite, and the one I subscribe to, is cash gender, which is when a person feels close to one gender and then another when depressed. Yeah, that's a hard one. Like the other day I was feeling particularly happy, so I went into the female toilets and instantly got depressed. Like, did you know there's no piss trough in the female toilets? I mean, that's hardly a spectator's sport. So I instantly felt depressed and went back to the male toilet and challenged the first person I saw to a sword fight. Now that's a spectator's sport. Having a brain injury causes quite a disconnect between mind and body. Like I'll be walking around uncomfortable because I'll be sure I need to take a shit, sit down and just let out the biggest fart. Now this fills me with apprehension because one day I'll trust that it's just a fart I feel and shit myself in public. Now this will throw out my stool diary completely. Like what do? Do I take a poll from onlookers? Like, it started as a type 3, but after hitting the bread shell, it definitely became a type 5. Excuse me, but I feel it started more like a type 4, then became a type 6 after contact with the shell. Okay, thanks a lot. I didn't want to start an argument, and I didn't realise so many bystanders were aware of the Bristol stool chart. Are you all familiar with Schrodinger's cat? Like it's a It's a 1935 experiment where a guy put a cat in a box with a radioactive atom. So if the cat breaks it, the vial, he would die. So he posited that the cat could be considered both alive and dead at the same time. Now, where else can that be done? Like, I can't walk into a bank and say, my bank account could have money in it, or it could not. So, how about a loan? Now, life is great after being disabled. I'm not sure if you're aware, but when you're as disabled as I am, you get a support worker to assist you with day-to-day activities. If you're as disabled as I am, you can be pretty sure you're going to spend the rest of your life alone, which has led me to having to think outside the box. Like, I'm sure you've all heard that the fear of getting caught can increase the enjoyment of frictional activities. So now I'm keeping an eye out for when the support workers pull up so I can try and rub one out before they walk inside. Now, this is proven to be a bit of a double-edged sword. The other day I was caught. The support worker was not impressed. I'm sitting there, positioned on the corner of the bench, one finger up my arse, masturbating. They were obviously shocked, and they dropped whatever they were doing. They came in and jumped back like, that's disgusting, you gross pig. Anyway, now I can't get off without being abused as well. Like, hell yeah, spit on me and call me a pig. As I'm sure you can imagine, I wasn't with that company for very long. So I had to start the whole interview process for a new support agency again, which, believe you me, has been a long stretch. Every time a new agency comes around and knocks on the door, hello, it's nice to meet you. May I come in, please? And I would obviously say, hell no, you may not. But I've seen movies. Only vampires and the undead need permission to enter. They call me Billy, not silly. Like, my uncle, Count Duffield, made that mistake a few years ago, and then he got really weird. He would only come out at night, at least that's what he told us, dyed his hair black, and wore ruffles everywhere, like it's fucking 1860. And then he insisted that we all call him the late Count Duffield. Like, I don't care what you're transitioning into, but I'm not telling everyone you're pregnant. Thank you all very much.